Welcome back, everybody, to Ku5ogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Thank you, White Panther, for dropping that sub. Let's go ahead and move on over to the reveal. That was reveal. Hey, reveal. Gonna do a reveal. Gonna show who's bringing the game. And you know what? I feel like we have changed from somebody who is giving deeply serious and dark games about killing all of the people in your village after they got turned into monsters, and now we are moving to a pretty little princess, Blasphemous Roar. Hey, come on in, you got some new crowns. I like these crowns.
Yeah, I've got all the. Oh God, I'm late. I'm late. Oh wait, no, I'm on time. I'm on time.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, you're on time.
I have three pieces of sushi here left, which means that I'm late. I'm late.
You're late because you didn't eat all your sushi. You are. Yeah, we're gonna put you in sushi jail.
I'm late. You know who else is late?
Who?
The White Rabbit.
Well, uh-oh. Does this have to do with the game?
What? No.
Okay, yeah, I'm absolutely sure you're lying.
Imagine me giving you my princess layout, or my princess image for the game, and then shouting, I'm late repeatedly, and then, you know, it having to do with the game. I just mostly am trying to finish the sushi. There's 2 pieces left, and...
Just send it to me. Actually, no, please don't.
No!
It's not going to be good by the time it gets here.
I don't want to take legal responsibility for that. Okay.
Well, you know what? Chat is kind of right. Alice isn't a princess.
But Alice is one of the princesses staken in Kingdom Hearts.
Well, it's dumb and wrong. Yeah, Alice, we got Alice in Wonderland.
Disney princesses.
Game Boy Color?
Game Boy Color.
What does that mean?
Rosentia, you're gonna fire me.
Okay. Pew!
Now, to be fair, I've said this about every single game that you've ever been on, or that I've ever displayed here, but here's the reason you're gonna fire me for this one.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So, like... Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. No, that wasn't. I literally didn't have any food in my mouth. I'm sorry. Or unless I did. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Anyway. I'm going to kick your butt.
No, I apologize.
Stop it.
Repeatedly. That's what I do. Stop it. I'm trying to finish my sushi.
Well, the butt kicks are coming your way next time I see you.
Yeah, so anyway, in my defense, this was vetted.
Okay.
Because, you know... So I'm not the only one who thought that this was bad enough to make it in, but when I think about it, I go, maybe it's too good for this. But then again, I look at the points on this one, I think maybe they need some.
I honestly, you know, bad games do not mean unenjoyable games, and it could definitely be rough in spots, but still a fun play. Do you enjoy playing this?
What did I say about this one? Hold on, I can pull up my review.
You have a review?
Let me see.
Oh, Blasphemous Roar does reviews.
I mean, my current thing on my stream is Games Quest, where I go and try to play like all the games ever. And afterwards, I do drop my thoughts on them. So let me see what my little review on this one was. I also it's a full-on RPG too. I get stats.
What?
Based on the game. Oh yeah, like if you've ever seen my stream, which you haven't, it's got a full-on RPG stats layout screen that I actually like increase stats for. This game was quote unquote, this game is absolutely pushing the limits of the GBC. The visuals are absolutely amazing, but the gameplay is not. It's actually quite unresponsive in areas, and the stage design is kind of garbage. Plus, why the heck did I have to beat 52 cards? This gave me stat points in appearance, charm, and bad games.
Aw. Yay. Blasphemous Roar, that actually sounds like a glowing review for me. Yeah, I'm gonna say Sounds like the perfect game. Also,
apparently it's not as good as I remember it being.
You raised an important question. Why have I never watched your stream?
Because people just don't. Because I stay low. I'm busy with MFH, so people just tune into my stream every once in a while when they're watching me do streams, and I've been playing Final Fantasy lately.
Final Fantasy? Who plays Final Fantasy?
Me. I've played 42 Mega Man games and 10 Final Fantasy. I'm lacking in the Final Fantasy. Percentia, why have I played 42 Mega Man games?
I didn't know there were 42 Mega Man games.
There are 64!
Are there more RoboCop or Mega Man games?
I don't know.
Honestly, this is a question that I never thought would ever have to be asked, but now I have to ask it because, wow.
It's a good question. It's a valid question.
I can definitely assure you there are more fan games for Mega Man than for RoboCop, but still, the question about legitimate releases is huge.
So, before we get into this game, I'm going to warn you all absolutely, if you're out there right now, just listening to this stream, when that timer goes on, you need to switch the tab over here, because what you are about to see is, and you can hold this against me if it isn't true, the most beautiful looking Game Boy Color game I've ever seen. The graphics are pushed to the absolute limits. And
really,
you're going to see some amazing stuff right out the gate.
Okay.
It's a shame the gameplay doesn't keep up.
I'll make sure that I'm paying attention when that happens. Well, I still have a teeny tiny little bit of cropping and such to get done. We're getting close.
Okay. I have two pieces of sushi to chew on without talking. So.
Wow. Okay. So everybody, just if you are new here, the way that Ku5ogrande works is we watch the players fight as much as they can in order to get through this. Game, whoever makes the most progress at any given point is the victor. Even if they get a game over and go back to the beginning of the game, that's okay. They set a high watermark, and that is what's needed in order to show the progress that you have made. We have 4 players who are going to be battling it out, and how many points do they have, Blasphemous Roar? Roar? You eating your sushi?
Yes.
Like a nerd.
15. They have 15 points.
They have 15 points. That means only 2 players are going to be moving on from this match. They definitely need to do well if they want to stay in and make it to the 4th round. Oh my gosh. I
only have one more piece of sushi. Carry me, bro. Carry my commentary.
You've made me so hungry, though.
I'm sorry. To be fair, if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel any better, I told my roommate to surprise me with which 3 rolls he ordered, and he managed to order like the 3 rolls on the menu that are just the least impressive. I don't know how, because I love the sushi joint that's next door. Like, I live next to a sushi joint that does lunch specials, $8.99 for 2 out of 30, or basically there's 30 roll options. 2 rolls plus miso soup plus ginger salad, $8.99.
That's really reasonable.
That's the only reason I like being in Florida, is sushi is cheap.
The cheapest sushi. Well, it sounds like everything is working.
I need to step aside for 2 whole seconds, and I will be right back.
Okay, it looks like you gave instructions, by the way. Are there any instructions I need to follow? I don't see any pinned messages. There. I pinned it. Okay. By the way, everybody, by popular demand, the decimals are back. Stupid popular demand. Okay, Why is my laptop being... Or not my laptop, my keyboard. Okay, I'm just checking to see if they are ready to roll. Everybody, I need you to get emotes ready, especially any white rabbits. If you have any white rabbits, anything Alice in Wonderland related, that would be great. I want to confirm as well. Okay, it looks like they're going to be letting the cutscene play out, so you all need to be paying attention, because we're going to be... Yeah, spam those emotes. We're going to be watching a cutscene. I'm doing the countdown.
Oh.
Come on. Oh, rabbits. Yes.
I'm late. There's the rabbits. There's the bunnies.
Ku5ogrande, I'm going to time you out sometime because Bubsy is not in every game. Okay, as soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. Sat up in a tree daydreaming. Oh.
Yeah, so this is the story of Alice in Wonderland, if y'all didn't know.
When she should have been paying attention to her history lesson.
She's being a bad student. Don't be a bad student. Otherwise, you might go on to a drug-infused nightmare through Wonderland.
Yeah. Oh, I like the butterflies. That was
so
good.
These cutscenes, really crazy good looking. Here we go as we run along. Internet dirigible making out of the cutscene first here.
Yes.
Watch this. You ready? Look at the water. Oh, internet dirigible fell in the water. Try that again. Are you ready?
I think internet dirigible skipped a little bit of it.
He might have read faster than everybody.
It's true.
Look at the water.
You've got a reflection?
You've got a reflection in the water.
Wow.
So the first moment there is really quick and easy. You just kind of jump across these rocks and follow the white rabbit in. Here we go. Internet dirigible is now falling down the auto-scrolling trippy cave, avoiding objects or not avoiding objects.
And there are so many frames of animation for her. Okay.
There are like a crazy amount of frames for animation for her, for everything that's moving around. We have like 3D looking sprites here because of the way that they're stylized, the things that are falling. Now, the main thing to keep in mind here is that this is an auto-scroller, whereas you are falling. However, you can speed it up. So pressing down will speed you up. And that's going to be really important here as they move down through this.
Yeah, this is actually super impressive, everybody. Oh,
like,
no.
I had to put this in Ku5ogrande once I played it, and I went back and when I applied for the GM and got the job, I went back through my games list to find games that were marked as bad games to see which ones were Ku5 worthy, and I saw this and I was like, wait a second, I need to show everybody this game that they missed, because just look at it. Look at these distorted, warped backgrounds. Like, what is going on here? I mean, these brilliant, vibrant scenes. Look at how many animations that animation of her hitting the ground was.
Wow.
There are reflections in the mirror. There are like...
This is beautiful, yeah. And like, there's no lag with all of this. That is the most shocking thing to me, you know? There's no slowdown. And it looks so great.
It's so smooth. We've got parallax scrolling in the backgrounds.
I mean, let me just say that on the Game Boy, Superman by Titus did some of these things, but that was also the worst ever. But yeah, I've seen a little parallax on Game Boy and Game Boy Color, not a whole bunch. Reflections are probably the biggest surprise to me so far, as well as, like, all of the frames of animation for Alice. They just normally didn't do that for games. Why did they put so much love into this?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, that's the one thing about these Disney games as I went through, because, like, I may have mentioned, the reason why you guys are seeing so many Disney games from me is that during Games Quest, I decided to play Kingdom Hearts. And in playing Kingdom Hearts, I decided to play a game for every world inside the Kingdom Hearts. So I played an Alice in Wonderland game for Alice in Wonderland. I played a Hercules game for Hercules. That's why you got a whole bunch of... You're seeing a bunch of my Disney games, because those are kind of filtered through from that quest before actually playing Kingdom Hearts. And this is one of the first ones that I played for Alice in Wonderland, and it was so incredible. It's a shame that the stage design doesn't really hold up, and there's a bit of control lagginess that is a pain.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
so
like, when you're tiny, it looks a little bit difficult to control.
Yeah, tiny, the movement that you do, the little movement becomes big movements. It seems to move relatively at the same speed as when you're big, so that can cause you to miss a few of jumps. Yeah. And as we see here, we're going to see a lot of these side-scrolling stages. The stage design is not nearly as inspired as the stuff that we saw before. Like the two opening parts, if the entire game was a series of parts like that, that would be incredible. And I don't even care if it's a bunch of mini-game, like, disconnected, disjointed things, but now we're just search for the keys.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing, by the way, this was released in the year 2000. September of the year 2000, according to my document, which, if I'm not mistaken, that was pretty late in the Game Boy Color's life cycle, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like... Gosh, when was the GBA released? Like 2002, 2003?
GBA 2001? Okay.
Was it really? 2001? Wow, yeah, this is very late in the lifespan of the Game Boy Color. And it just shows all these things that it was able to do. Like, we have just as many, like, as much detail in Mini Alice as we do in Big Alice. Which, I mean, to be fair, Mini Alice isn't all that notable. But here's a few of the things. You may have you may have heard me mention the things that I feel are like the grave sins of bad platformers.
Yes.
One of those is your sprite is way too big, or sprites in general are too big, which means that it's impossible to see very far on the screen and how many enemies are coming. You can see this happening here, where boom, Mathman right there just jumped over the platform and immediately gets bopped by an enemy because you just can't. They just come out of nowhere off screen.
Oh yeah, look at Internet Dirigible trying to make this jump and just having the hardest time. I'm not surprised at all either. Here's the deal though, the screen was small for the Game Boy Color, right? So I think a lot of devs tried to overcompensate, but like Mario on Game Boy, all of those games, you were super tiny compared to the rest of the level, so you could see what you were doing and what was coming up. You know, the camera also appears to be a little annoying here. When you turn around, the camera just whoop.
Yeah, it was a remarkable issue inside the 16-bit era in particular, in which they realized they could get away with bigger sprites, so a lot of the companies a lot of devs went deeper and deeper into larger, more detailed, interesting sprites without considering the ramifications of gameplay, and this was no more egregious than in the mascot platformers of the 90s. And anything licensed, because they really wanted to show off the licensing material. They didn't just want you to play a game that was set in the world of, they wanted you to play as character, which meant that they wanted to put as much detail into that as possible. But again, some of those more original games, they often did, or not, I won't say often, because there's still plenty of them that poorly failed that test. But it's more likely to see the issue in licensed games where they have made things too overblown. Because you may have noticed something that each of the Disney games, except for Hercules, that I've had people play and this have in common is that they're all remarkably good-looking games.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, I mean, and it makes sense because it's Disney animation. You know, Disney probably cared more about how the games look than how they actually played.
I think that at that time, you know, they were starting to get a little bit of a stigma to how bad their games tended to play, because there were a lot of games that looked beautiful but were terrible to play. Yeah,
that was prevalent throughout the entire Game Boy and even up to through the PlayStation era, where we have those games like one game that unfortunately is not on my list because of technical reasons is Hercules the action game for PlayStation, where the gameplay is just atrocious. It's very much so similar to the Hercules game we saw earlier, but the gameplay is absolutely atrocious, and unfortunately there are issues with it. But it looks amazing. It looks gorgeous.
So this company actually did a lot of ports. That's mostly what they did, Atari ports. But they did one port to the Game Boy Color that I'm very upset about. Tubin! They freaking made Tubin! For Game Boy Color. Okay, that's the one. That is the original. When we talk about the Tubin bin, this company made that, okay? They started making games that literally we cannot have on Ku5ogrande because they're too bad. Oh, they made Little Nicky, huh? How about that gem?
So apparently this company is near and dear to your heart then, Bro Sancho.
Apparently. I had no idea. Like, I've probably played some of their good ports, but Little Nicky, man.
Whether it's near and dear to your heart, as in, like, you hold it to your heart, or it's a spear piercing it, is to be seen, but it's certainly near your heart.
I think it's in my heart. It's more like a parasite than, I'd say, something that I voluntarily chose, but yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't turn on a timer over here. I should punch in I should start my timer. I'm just going to do that so I can see it on this side. And I'll do it. There we go. Hey, look at that. Conveniently starts at 50 minutes in.
Very nice. The art director, by the way, for Rayman 10th Anniversary was the art director for this game. He also worked on one of the Cat in the Hat games. Did some of the art, it looks, for Spider-Man games, Rayman games. Spyro Season of Ice was the art director for that. And for Little Nicky, I don't know. Okay, just having Little Nicky on your resume makes me question everything you've done. But the art in this is so good.
It really is. Like, the one thing that's nice is that as distorted and messed up and scattered as the background is, in this, everything that's an actual danger to you or a platform is very well spelled out, I think. I think we saw one bit of confusion where the weird warpy painting in the background, I watched like 2 of the players try to enter the painting thinking that maybe it was a warp.
Yeah, I would think so too.
But that's more, I don't think I'm going to fault the game on that one so much as I'm going to applaud the players for thinking that.
Yes.
Even if it wasn't accurate, you know.
Honestly, you just need to try. There are a lot of times that there are things in the background that are doors that people miss. It's worth trying. What does it cost you? Like half a second to push up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things. You got to press all the buttons. And the Game Boy Color has 4 buttons and 4 directions. So press all of those. Otherwise, you may be stuck never hitting that switch in Commander Keen.
Yeah.
So, Mathman has found one of the magical pots hidden through Wonderland.
Nice. Is
their
that good?
purpose is for Cheshire Cat to know and you to find out.
Okay, but is it good?
I don't know. I never collected all of them. What do you think? I'm going to play through and collect all of this stuff?
Come on, come on.
Nope.
I do see that somebody who did art for this, there are a lot of artists credited for this game, and I can see why. One of them worked on Shrek and Roll. One of them worked as the lead animator for one of the Skylander games. Like, I just love seeing credits literally all over the place for this. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, these kind of graphics could probably only come from such a weird pedigree.
How about the 2011 Spy Kids game? The game director for that did art for this game. Oh no, and we're back, A Dinosaur Story? Oh no. I literally had that sitting on my desk earlier today and I thought, who put this there? I think it was me, but I don't know.
Who betrayed me? It was me all along! So, unfortunately, Mathman is a little bit stuck. Has been kind of running around in circles, and I think Internet Dirigible is looking to be entering the same circles that Mathman is in. The problem is that neither of the players seem to have noticed that they are supposed to... Oh, Internet Dirigible has found all of that. Just for that, I'll restore your health to the maximum level. Found all the stars. So there's a key up here, and then where you need to go after you get the key is in that tiny hole up top there. I think Mathman may have finally figured that out. And there we go. Is through the little hole up top.
Ah, very, very nice. The person who did the music for this, by the way, the last game that they worked on was Medieval, which apparently came out last year. So they've been doing music for ages, including in South Park games, Mortal Kombat games. Rock Band was the audio director for Rock Band 3. And
you missed the wonderful line, by the way.
What was it?
Oh, I missed it.
Oh.
The clock says, "I'm hopping mad!" Or "Don't mess with me" or something. It's great.
Okay. But
sorry,
I would expect more of a clock pun than like saying I'm hopping mad. Like
exactly. Like where did that come from?
I don't understand.
Also, Internet Dirigible appears to have gone quite there. Oh, I guess it is possible to stop time.
Wah! Yeah, you cry, baby. Baby's gonna cry. Need bottle, big dirt bottle.
So, unfortunately, based on the timing of what I'm remembering is in the game, let me see here.
Ooh, I like
you ready
this.
for tubing? You ready for tubing?
Oh, of course we get tubing.
You're the one that brought up tubing.
Oh, the tentacles got her. Well, I mean, that sometimes happens to Alice.
Alice is unfortunately stuck in a bottle, drifting up the stream.
Sad day for Alice.
So we've got these currents that are going up that'll take you far there. You actually you don't break across glass like you might think, or you don't break across the rocks like you might think you would. You only actually have to dodge enemies, if I recall this correctly.
So how many continues do you have?
Infinite.
Sweet.
It's even got a backup battery save. Like this game has a backup battery save. Why? It's a small platformer, but there are 3 games, and really they could have just had you write down passwords, and it would have been small passwords because all you're doing is unlocking things in the art gallery and continuing where we are. So, yeah, it's again, it's pulling out all the stops that the Game Boy Color had, all of them, just gone.
Yeah, this is... I really love this. Like, it's fascinating to me that there were so many Game Boy games that actually had various level designs, various things that you had to do in each level. Like, honestly, having an auto-scroller section where you're floating in a bottle, you know, those sprites are not going to be used later. Look at her walk
towards the screen!
Yeah, I saw. It was good.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so, sorry, I got distracted there by how good that art is. Like, it's such a good smooth transition. And like, so now we're into the main overworld kind of gameplay. This is going to be the major point of progression for the game. There are 4 creatures or characters that you need to talk to in this area. The rose there is, in fact, one of them. Hello, dear. Have you seen my best conducting wand? So now you need to find, basically, so she tells you she needs you to go to the Tweedles. And, see, Mathman immediately reads the sign and sees this is the path to the caterpillar, not the path to the Tweedles. We actually need to get 4 items for 4 characters that will unlock parts of the other areas to allow us to go through. So, like, we can't actually fully complete the tea party until we have a key item from another character that gives us the item needed in order to go through the tea party. So only one of these 4 paths actually has a completable section in it. And by that, I mean, no, that's not accurate, actually. You go through the area, you get, there you go. You need the Queen's 4 royal medals.
Okay.
So you go into one of these zones, collect the item, leave the zone, give it to the character, who gives you a key item that lets you start the full mini game or the full finish the level in order to get the medal in order to give to the card. So we need to go into the level, grab an item, get out of the level, go back into the level, do the thing.
Those are the pencil birds. I love them. Oh, I want to take it home. I don't like the horn goose as much, but the pencil birds are adorable.
Yeah, hornboards and pencil. So
yeah, I'd say that's pretty straightforward. You know, you need to collect 4 things in order to get through there. Collect the most if, for some reason, there's a tie here, but I think we're going to see this completed.
Oh, I forgot about what's coming up. Oh, I completely forgot about one of the things that's coming up. It's a wonderful part in the game. So we now have internet dirigible following up on Tubin as Mathman is working through the house. So hopefully they realize that they have to backtrack from time to time. But there's the cane.
Yes.
So the walrus's cane. So that means that Mathman can now leave the area. But Mathman is, of course... Actually, I think Mathman might have to go to the end of the area to be kicked out of the area. I'm not 100%. It's been a while, Brosencha.
Well, I don't know. But it looks like Internet Dirigible is now in 2nd place, moving to the water section. Remember, we're looking for 1st and 2nd. Those are the people who are going to be moving on in the tournament. Let me tell you as well, Blasphemous Roar, I have very mixed feelings about the music in this game. Because there are parts that I'm like, that sounds really good, and then other parts that I'm like, my ears kind of hurt now. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, to give you an idea, the stats that I track on that Games Quest that I was mentioning,
yeah,
are, oh, if I'll ever click the right button, the stats that I track are for appearance, music, charm, writing, frustration, persistence, bad games, meta games, good games, pizza desire, and nap desire. This game did not earn points for music, for a good reason.
Yeah, but, like, I would probably give a few points because there are spots where I can feel that the music is brilliant. And then there are spots where it hurts me. And, okay, never mind, I understand. If you get hurt at all by the music, usually you don't get points. But do you give negative points for anything?
I don't. It's only positive points. Yeah, it's only positive points. You never lose stats. There have been some games that have been so bad that I've been tempted to, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Mega Man 2 is a thing that exists. For Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy.
Oh, okay. I was a little bit worried about that, because Mega Man 2 has great music.
Mega Man II is a thing that exists. So, Mathman's now searching through. Martin BBZ here is fighting the clock, which means that they get to go tubing soon.
Yeah, kill the clock.
So Mathman is running around the tea party. I don't know if he actually has the item required in order to trigger the events of the tea party. Is he chasing a squirrel? No? Okay, or a chipmunk or something? I don't remember exactly what you chase around here, but if it doesn't have that chase sequence going on. Does find the dodo's handkerchief, though.
How is Alice jumping this high, by the way? Oh, is it because of a collectible?
Do you not jump high?
I don't jump like that. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Brosencha, I think you need to get more fit.
I definitely do. Yeah, I need to do more sit-ups and stuff. I don't think that's going to help me jump high, but... Yeah, what I've started doing at home, which I probably should do with this after the matches later today, is go to the staircase in the house and just walk up the first stair and walk down. Just up and down until I cry.
I can't do push-ups because of my weight and the like, so I do inclined push-ups on the stairwell. Stairwell's a great exercise tool.
Justin brought me pizza. Perfect. This is even better than a workout.
There you go. And also, Brosencha, everybody who's ever spent their childhood on Cartoon Network knows that the way that you jump good is that you attach a boulder to your back and start running around and doing every day normal activities, but with a boulder on your back.
That's dumb. I'm gonna use Flubber. There we go. Flubber, the solution to all your problems.
It certainly is a solution. Internet Dirigible back onto the... Wait, I thought Internet Dirigible got past the bottle, or did he been stuck on the bottle this entire time?
I think he's been on this bottle for a while. Oh, I don't like this music.
So I believe we are currently running away, are trying to stay hidden and dodge Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Don't touch them. They will kick you back to the start.
All the way to the start?
I believe the birds hurt you, but Tweedledee and Tweedledum kick you back.
Well, that's not nice.
To the start of the stage, I mean.
Yeah, not nice. Ooh, no, they just kick you in the face. Okay, never mind.
Okay, they do just hurt you.
Alex
Again,
can take a few kicks, it's fine.
Been a bit... I don't actually know if they're on hard mode because we told them, or we went for hard mode. And they might be, they might not be. I don't know, because whenever you go into the options, it defaults to easy. But you have to press start on a difficulty in order to get out of the menu. So, but they all did the same thing by choosing hard and then going and starting on a blank file. So theoretically, they should all be on hard mode. But it's Alice in Wonderland on the Game Boy Color. You think it's going to be that hard?
Even on hard, probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
Look at these beautiful backgrounds. Like,
we've got 3 people on the auto scroller at the same time. Mathman is just destroying this right now.
So Tweedledee and Tweedledum are so happy they just have to jump and dance. And you too have to jump and dance on their heads.
Well, they deserve it, those jerks.
Yeah, how dare they dance in your general direction?
They're dumb.
Okay, so Mathman has claimed one of the Queen's medals. You've earned a race with the rabbit. Keep up if you can. So the key thing to watch out for in this race is the dirt paths that will help indicate which way you're supposed to be going.
Oh, jeez.
The rabbit will take the wrong path, but is very much so faster than you. So
yeah.
the only way to actually beat the rabbit is to know which direction. And Mathman almost had it.
You're late. You're late. Race again? No.
Wisely not racing again because there's no point in it. Do you see the apprehension though? Do you at least understand why I was concerned about putting this in Ku5ogrande? Like
it's kind of good.
It's kind of good. Like it's enough that at least another GM agreed with me that it wasn't the greatest game and probably deserves to be in here. I was definitely hoping to use it a little bit earlier in the rounds, but there was other games that came up, and also I just was AWOL during the earlier rounds. So I kind of gave it to some of the lower point matches because if they're going to get eliminated, at least get eliminated on a beautiful game like this.
Oh my gosh. I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad that you're here today, Blasphemous Roar. It's always a good time to talk to you.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been racing, doing all sorts of stuff lately, and I've just been like so zoned out. So I've been kind of disappeared here, but hopefully I can get my games list in check and be back for more Ku5ogrande matches. I'm going to try to put more into it as we drum up for MT, and I got to figure all that stuff out.
Oh yeah. Why is this? How is the tube and minigame this hard? Because 3 people are stuck in it.
Yeah, it's funny because Mathman like got whopped like what once and then never had the problem.
Well, 2 or 3 times.
Unfortunately, Mathman did not during the original run through collect the item required in this stage.
Oh no! That one.
The Flowers Conducting Wand.
Yay! Pretty.
Everybody's saying it deserves to be in the tubing game bin because everybody's stuck. Oh, Joey's through. All right, we have somebody else on the collectathon. Or at least on the overworld map. This game also has an art gallery. a photo mode, check it. You can pull items that you earn in the gallery. If this is the game that I remember it is, I'm gonna boot it up just to verify that I'm not talking through my teeth here. So give me a moment as I load it up to verify.
Okay. There's a photo mode?
There is a art gallery mode where you get to make little dioramas of characters and stuff that you earned via those magical pots and stuff. And then you can put them together and Game Boy printer it.
Oh my gosh, you're speaking my language.
All right, see, we get to go, let me make a wonderful background for you, or a wonderful diorama for you guys. I get to take casts, and then I'm going to take Alice here, and I'm going to put her over here. And then I'm going to back out, and then we're going to do...
Yeah, I need you to get me a photo.
I'm gonna give you a photo. I'm gonna give you a photo.
Internet dirigible, by the way, in the exact same spot as Joey, and getting a little buffering. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh all of the streams. We're just about to the half-hour mark with Alice in Wonderland. Remember, everybody watching, the rules for this is whoever makes the most progress in the hour, even if they get a full game over and have to start from the beginning, whoever sets their high watermark the farthest into the game is the victor. At this point, Mathman is definitely in the lead, but other people are starting to catch up. Martin is struggling the most, but at the same time, you know, I think that I think they're gonna get it in the very near future. Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and post this in the chat here. I'm gonna go ahead and post this in chat. I've made a little diorama. Alice and the Mad Hatter are really jealous of Tweedledee and Tweedledum's hats. Like, they both recognize the hat game here, and they love it. And yeah, I can press start, and it seriously goes into print. And oops, error with printing, check manual for error. It actually has Game Boy printer support. This game has all the things that the Game Boy Color had. Like, this is the most incredible bit of...
This is actually really impressive.
It is! I had to show this. I had to abduct your platform for a really good game, Prosentia. Okay? I had to do it. At least I'm aware that I didn't give them a bad game. Actually, like I said, it's really we're starting to see some of the questionable decisions that it's making.
Yeah, I would say that like some of the stuff in this game is bad, but bad doesn't mean unenjoyable.
No, absolutely not.
Oh my gosh, Joey just strolling a little bit. Does Joey not know how to run?
I don't think Joey knows how to run.
You just hold B. That's all you do.
That's it. Joey is just out for a nice stroll through Wonderland.
Joey's gonna have to learn the Mikuyama lesson. Every once in a while, even if the game doesn't tell you to hold B to run, you can hold B to run.
You gotta hold on.
Joey absolutely doesn't know you can run. I love it.
All right, so I hope that they get to the point. Like, we still got a half an hour left, so we're definitely going to see the ladder. Please take the rabbit token as the key as my token of appreciation for Mathman. That rabbit key is, of course, the best part. As Mathman enters the stage and immediately leaves the stage. Good plan. The good news is that I have realized that we can track progress really, really easily. Kate, watching with bated breath, making sure that he's counting all the items that everybody's gotten. If they haven't made it through that gate, because after they make it through the gate, they no longer have to worry about items. But after they make it through, before they make it through the gate, all they have to do is press start, and we can see what they have at the end.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it shows the inventory. So Martin BBZ is working through this area with as Mathman is as well. The difference is I believe that Mathman has the key item required for this area.
Ah, by the way, Internet Dirigible just got the cane, the walrus's cane. So that is a pretty significant mark of progress there.
Yeah, unfortunately does not have the special rabbit key, so needs to go back through the stage, or needs to go back to the main area and find that rabbit key.
This music's, meh, so generic.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta push the frequency of that sound chip as high as it can go.
No, you don't need to. You never need to do this.
What are you talking about? Mega Man 2 had fantastic music and definitely didn't do that all the time. Ugh. Mathman getting hit by the vine and immediately going back for revenge, I guess. Only to almost maybe get smacked the second time. Not the best of decisions. So yeah, basically, it's everybody's favorite in video games, and by that I mean my least favorite in every video games, and I hate it no matter what video game it is, vertical sections. I hate vertical platforming so much. The fact that you just fall down and then like have to redo everything, and it's not a challenge so much as it's just a nuisance having to do it all again.
I mean, I can understand you not loving it. Like, there's some vertical sections that I think are done really well. Mario games usually do pretty dang well with them. But you can be a hater, Mr. Blasphemous Roar.
I can be. I'm a very, very, very critical and hate-filled person, and that's just...
Who are you?
Bubbles to float, letters are key. Spelled like, what was that statement, Chester Cat?
I think he just spelled Alice there. Time to float around. I don't know where the bubbles are, Alice, but... Oh, geez, I thought that was a pit, not a bush.
Yeah, so now we're running around and collecting all the letters that have floated away up into the sky. So there's now a 5-point collectathon inside this area.
Come on, get your letters, Mathman. Or pop, that's fine too.
Popping is an option, yeah.
Actually, I think Chad is right. If you're small, the octave goes up.
Yes, that is actually correct. I didn't even notice it because I had been using Martin's music for a long time, so...
That's kind of cool, even if it's painful. I'm gonna go ahead and give them props. I'll say that's a bonus. Yeah, that's a bonus. There we go.
Like, it really is amazing what they've done with this game. This game is incredible.
Really good things. Yeah.
Like, if they had any semblance of game designers who know how to make level design, this game would be amazing. But like I said, it's just like the stage design doesn't hold up to the rest of the expectations set by the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And it really drags it down. And the controls are a little bit clunky from time to time. The sprites are big. But I'm going to tell you, I won't even be slightly surprised when the victor comes into chat and says, I liked that game. I'll be like, yeah, all right, I don't even feel bad about this. Like, I feel like as a GM, it's my duty to, like, give them really terrible stuff. And sometimes, you know, you have that moment as a GM, right? Where they come in there like, I loved this game. And you're like, I guess I should have tried harder. But, I mean, in the end of this one, I'm going to be like, not even sad.
Oh, yeah, I honestly feel like this game has a lot of mixed things, but for the Game Boy Color, this really isn't that bad. We've seen pretty big piles of trash for the GBC. Like, this, for the NES standards, this would still be somewhat impressive, just problematic. Yeah, I'd say it's a flawed but good game. Exactly, like this. I told you were gonna fire me for giving you good games. This is like what, the third one? No. Wow. Good game grande here. Yeah, that's right. You know, like I said,
It really did stick with me when you jokingly said, "Are you the Joker to my Batman? Are you the Batman to my Joker?" And then I came to Ku5ogrande to give you good games to be the Batman to your Joker.
I see. I see.
I may be egotistical and narcissistic enough that I remember every single thing anybody ever says about me.
That's scary.
Not as scary as caterpillars blowing letter bubbles.
Yeah, that's definitely scarier. I'd agree. Yeah, I'd say that when she's floating in a bubble, chat's saying it's refraction. I'd say they were too lazy to make a second sprite. Which, honestly, I'll go ahead and forgive them for that, because look at all these other sprites we have.
Yeah, there's so many sprites. Oh my god. Like, every action of the slightest bit, just... I don't know why that one scene where she steps to the camera is just so incredible, because it's individual. It's only like 3 frames of animation, but it's lag free, it's smooth, and it looks great, and it looks like, I mean, just look at the way that they use the color palette. Alice is bright and vibrant against the weird trippy colors of the rest of Wonderland. And the detail on her is amazing and cartoony. The lines, the sprites are using wonderful lines, and you play great, Mathman.
Yeah, take this medal. It's not a medal, it's a spade.
Yeah, but you can't dig with that spade.
I could dig with it.
You probably could. You have the determination to pull it off, I'm sure. But also...
You could dig with a lot of things. You could dig with a Swiss roll if you want.
Can you, though?
Well, if you let it sit out for a long time.
Yeah, at what point are you digging with a Swiss roll and digging with your hands covered in Swiss roll?
Actually, it was more like that, yeah. Lots of Swiss roll all up under my fingernails.
Yeah, a little more like you're wearing Swiss roll gloves than actually digging with the Swiss roll itself, but hey.
Yeah, the bad thing is that if you try to lick the Swiss roll off, sometimes it's just dirt, so it's not that tasty.
Okay, mild judge.
Okay, internet original, gotta go right. Oh, that was good. It looks like Mathman was actually having a hard time getting the bubble to behave the way that he wanted it to, because apparently you can just hold right or hold left. You don't have to time it like Mathman was doing. I'm gonna refresh Mathman's stream real quick because we're getting a slideshow.
It's hitting me too.
You know, PowerPoint is a fantastic video game.
I did, in fact, run an episode of the Mystery Show through PowerPoint, so...
Are you serious?
You know, yeah, it was an Only Connect episode. We did it via PowerPoint presentation, which was created by one internet dirigible. Actually made that episode, so, you know.
Joey Gatorman is still not running. Yeah, look, this is the bunny, okay? There is no chance you're gonna win taking a little stroll, Alice.
Oh my god, no,
this
Joey.
Is like, Joey, you should be feeling that you're doing something wrong here.
Like, it's just, it's the most basic of controls.
Hold B to run, hold B to run.
Hold B to run. Like, and Joey has got to see the way that Rabbit is taking off and realize that there's seriously something missing here.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the White Rabbit will clear things up for Joey. Maybe not.
How long is Joey gonna spend on this race? The race that you don't even need to do?
Hopefully long enough to find that the B button is a thing that happens. The problem is that the B button doesn't do anything on their own. I'd hope that Joey has those controls bound properly. Because during the testing, they might not have noticed, and that might be a problem. But, like...
Hey, we tell people to check the controls before the matches.
And it's a Game Boy. There's 4 buttons. Like...
Yeah. There sure are.
Alright, so... Internet Dirigible needs to chase away the rats that are stealing the cookies from the Tea Party. Meanwhile, of course, Mad Hatter and the Rabbit are both doing the thing. And they're running in random directions, actually. It looks like Rabbit was following the mouse for a moment there, but Rabbit is absolutely not doing that. This is the Mad Hatter Tea Party. The Rabbit was not intentionally chasing the mouse. That just happened by random happenstance. March Hare. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't know these things.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send a message to all the players. I think that this is a fine thing to do, telling them if they're having troubles, check their controls.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the key thing. There we go. Now I see what's going on with Tinder. Oh, here we go. Howdy, Governor. It's our good friend, Billy. Billy's got to climb up and pull the monster out of the chimney. It's a lizard with a ladder. That's right. We now get to play as Billy. Well, we will once Cheshire Cat's done talking about it.
There we go. I have sent the vague message. If you're having troubles, check controls.
Yeah, so now we get to play as Billy here, and the game is you pick up and put down the ladder. Don't get hit by bird. Billy cannot jump. Billy doesn't move around. Billy just gets up, moves around. And also the birds are jerks and knock the ladders off. Birds are jerks.
Joey is running.
Joey is running.
Let me just say,
Joey has correctly understood your statement to be run.
Let me just say, although usually I won't give hints for one specific person, I feel like if it's a basic function of the game, 45 minutes of not having that basic function and then getting a vague hint about it is probably enough. In fact, we've given vague hints before to people who absolutely ignored it. So...
Joey in chat says, well, I'm dead.
But he's not completely dead.
We have I hate birds from Mathman. Yes.
Mathman hates birds. I still... like, honestly, Joey has done pretty well in various sections here, even without using the run button. I don't think he's out of it.
Yeah, no, the animation for Billy and the ladder is amazing. I hate this part of the game, but I love it so much because just Billy is the best. Also, I hope you're digging this GBA tune of A Very Merry Unbirthday to You.
Mathman, why are you a lizard?
It's like you haven't been paying attention to anything.
Well, I know the story of Alice in Wonderland, and I actually love that you get to play as the lizard. But all of this game has been you playing as oh, the bird. I hate this bird.
Yeah, so Billy has to make that leap of faith there. And the game does warn you, you do need the leap of faith.
Internet Dirigible just gave the Mad Hatter a concussion, which honestly is not going to do very much damage to him. I think he's already got his own problems. What with the mercury poisoning?
The key has been stolen again.
Oh my gosh. Everything...
Okay, I'm sorry. The hare does in fact follow you specifically to steal the key.
Well, then you should shave it.
It's Mad Hatter that runs around like crazy until they come close to you.
Aha.
Here we go. Martin, get there. Kick on. Kick on.
Run!
Martin has managed to escape with the Dodo's handkerchief and their sanity.
Yes!
Meanwhile, Jerkbird is here doing damage. but Mathman is close to the end. I believe there's one more jerk bird that really could cement the death here.
Oh no!
Oh, the hitbox!
Oh, that was amazing.
It's such a big hitbox.
It's huge. Hey, Martin is fighting the Mad Hatter.
Now, you see, every time you get hit, it shows that you have 5 hits, and it's indicated by the Mad Hatter's hat. So I would imagine if you just steal the Mad Hatter's hat, you just take the tag off of it and suddenly have as many hit points as you want. But apparently Alice would rather get smacked by the hat instead of getting clever about things. I'm just saying, Alice, I don't know what you're doing here in Wonderland, but it's not making good decisions. We are... Okay, so since we're approaching the 10-minute remaining mark,
yes,
I'm going to go ahead and tell you the... So you may... earlier when I said something about... when I said the review that I gave for this game, I did mention all 52 cards. The final boss fight is the Queen sicking the deck of cards on you. And you do, in fact, have to jump on and hit 52 cards in an excruciatingly annoying final boss fight.
By the way, I am reading an article from 1961 that says the Mad Hatter did not have mercury poisoning. However, people believe it because it's been said a lot. So that's just fake. I'm spreading lies.
Way to perpetuate the myth.
Well, folklore's fun. That's what you do. You just spread lies to each other, and then everybody believes it.
Does this count as folklore?
Yes,
Lewis Carroll just being insane.
No, the theory about the mercury poisoning would count as folklore. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's true.
Even if it was true, it would also count as folklore because they're stories being told from one person to another in informal settings.
That is true. You've successfully won the argument, Brosentia.
So I'm not encouraging people in chat to drink mercury. Just saying that, yeah.
Concerned that you started a sentence with that at all, Brosentia.
Well, somebody in chat asked if they can drink it, and no. Oh, well, tastes like metal.
No! Mathman is on the last set, and then Jerkbird!
No, Mathman! Oh!
Jerkbird! That's unfortunate. Yeah, so Billy the Lizard took me an excruciatingly large amount of time because of Bird.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Billy is dead. Mathman meant to do that, though, because honestly, not enough hit points to really be worth trying again.
Yeah, that is an absolutely correct decision of an intentional death, and this bird steals it right out of it.
Yeah, thank you, chat, for clarifying. Mercury is poison. I recommend that you drink it as much as I recommend drinking cyanide. Just don't. Okay?
And also don't eat too much tuna because you can end up with mercury poisoning.
Frankly, you should probably not eat, like, French fries
sushi
either.
Every single day of the month?
Well, and no French fries. Because they're fatty for you. Well, no, you can have a few French fries. No food is off limits, except for poison.
Everything in moderation.
Except for poison.
Well, that's what drinking is.
Well, okay, your body can sort of handle that. It can't really handle the mercury. Bodies aren't made to handle mercury.
Did you know that back in, that a long time ago, lead is actually very sweet? And was used as a sweetener. Because humans are dumb and make this lead.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
No, bird! Mathman, no! Is that not true? I thought I'd heard it.
Nope. Oh, that's bad.
I guess I wasn't wrong.
Actually, I remember during my first years of college, I actually had to sign a statement saying I would not lick the walls where I lived, because they shouldn't have lead paint, but underneath all the layers of paint, there could be lead. So yeah, we had to agree not to eat the paint chips, and don't lick the walls. That was one of the most important rules. Did I lick the walls? I licked a lot of things, but I didn't lick the walls.
Okay, I've been confirmed in chat that I was wrong and that there's a lead sugar and I was mixing up some stuff. That's all right.
Uh-huh.
We have 7 more minutes of watching Billy the Lizard get bopped by birds. No, bad decision. Oh, Math Man.
By the way, Blasphemous Roar, next time you find yourself within licking distance of crepe paper, you know, what they use for streamers and such, lick it.
Why?
You have to, okay? It is the strangest, probably worst taste that exists. It's amazing.
Percentia?
What?
Did you read the news that the Switch carts were made of horrible, horrible bitterant, and then decide that you were going to lick the Switch cart?
Oh, it's worse than the Switch cartridges, for sure. Of course I've licked them.
Okay, to be fair, I can't judge you for that one because I also licked the Switch cart.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like, everybody, you should just try to lick crepe paper because, like, it will shock you. No matter how much I can say right now, you will not be prepared. Oh no, Billy! Oh my. I'm shrinking! Oh, Alice, stop shrinking.
Way to vanquish the monster! Take this medal! Alice has vanquished the monster.
Oh, right, we're back to the kind of good, kind of bad music.
How many things have been done? Oh, it looks like Mathman's on the last set of items that need to be done here.
You know, here's another fun trick to make kids eat really gross stuff. Leaves on quaking aspens. Hey, Internet Original, beat the bunny, yeah. But yeah, quaking aspen leaves, what you can do is they taste bad, but only when they're chewed. So what you do is you take a leaf, you know, you tell kids that they taste like candy or something. Take a leaf, put it in your mouth, and then you fake chew. You, like, hide the leaf under your tongue. And then the kid will be like, oh, yeah! And they'll try to chew it, and, yeah.
You sound like a mean person sometimes, Rosencha. I don't know why you're tricking kids into eating terrible leaves.
It's a prank. The kids are fine. My dad did that to us. He made us eat a lot of leaves. Let me just say, I tried that on my nieces and nephews, and they didn't trust me.
They're learning. All right, Mathman's got the key. Get out, get out, get out! Mathman needs to get more keys in order to get out. Your chat is turning on you, too.
They're turning on me? Honestly...
To be fair, I don't know if they're turning on you so much as, like, have always been turned on you in the first place, so, like... Well, all I'm saying is, it's Ku5ogrande. Betrayal runs deep here.
Honestly, I think it's healthy to teach kids that sometimes people pull pranks on them. And honestly, there are a lot worse pranks that are out there. A little bit of a bitter flavor is definitely not the worst thing.
No, I'm giving you guff for it, but now that I know about it, I'd have probably done it too.
Yeah, you see?
I did learn... I specifically learned how to do a double lift in Magic just so I could mess with my nieces, nephews, so...
Yeah, simply put, it's not going to hurt them, and, yeah, I'd say if you if you gave them something that could potentially be like full of diseases and stuff, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. But chewing a leaf, you're gonna be fine. They're gonna spit it out. It'll be fine.
All right, Mathman, 2 minutes to go. Mathman is now fighting off against the Mad Hatter. I tip my hat to you. Duck underneath the hat when he tips his hat to you.
Well, good. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I get
tips
it.
His hat because he's attacking you with the hat.
It's funny. He's a hatter.
He's a hatter, and tipping your hat to somebody is what you do when you like respect them or welcoming them or good day. You discount K. Rool. All right. Mad Hatter has been taken down. Here's the medal. Mathman has acquired all 4 medals.
Nice.
And can now go through the gate. I think that cements Mathman 100% in the lead here. Not about to get taken down anytime soon. So now Mathman needs to, needs to navigate through this maze.
Time to paint the roses red.
Time to paint the roses red. Paint the roses red. 94 seconds to paint the roses red.
Man, I'd need like at least half a day.
All right, so the key thing is we're going to need the... we're definitely going to need the other players to pause to find out... No, that wasn't a white rose tree. That was an evil cannibal tree. Well,
I hate it when...
Is it a cannibal tree, or is it like just a man-eating tree?
Man-eating tree, no. Unless the tree was a human at one point.
Yeah, or it's a tree that's eating other trees. Is Alice a tree?
I mean, she fell asleep next to a tree. Maybe she became a tree.
Yeah, I mean, it makes about as much sense as anything else in Alice in Wonderland does.
Yeah, thank you, Lewis Carroll. Ruining our brains with your Alice in Wonderland propaganda. I did not hit the timer right on, but whatever. It still looks about right. That is time, though. Mathman definitely takes the victory here. What does it look like to you for second, third, fourth?
That definitely looks like Mathman takes the lead, and Internet Dirigible takes second place. Joey Gatorman takes fourth, and Martin BBZ takes fifth.
Yeah.
Or takes third or second, third. Numbers! I can number!
Takes
it's Mathman and Dirigible.
There are only 4 players. There are only 4.
Mathman and Dirigible.
Yeah, what do you think about how they did?
I think they did fantastic. I think Mathman's closing in on, if I remember this game correctly, Mathman just has to go through, paint all the roses white, or paint all the roses red, do a thing, and then fight the final boss. So Mathman's actually very close to the finale.
And Mathman's in here in chat right now. Hello there.
Hello. Why'd you give me a good game?
Mathman, while you're... Oh, no, wait, because we already switched the screens. Never mind. I gave you a good game because... and hear me out on this. Did you look at the game that you just played? It was incredible!
Yes, it was very good for a Game Boy Color game.
It was an amazing visual treat. It's just that the game design doesn't hold up to the rest of the visuals and stuff.
I'd say the visuals are greater than the music and gameplay. Like... far, far greater.
Yeah, there's a lot of maze. There's a lot of maze gameplay.
It's definitely mediocre at best, which, I mean, is normally, honestly, if it weren't for the visuals being what they were and why, and wanting to show those off to everybody, I would not have put this in Ku5ogrande because it's not bad enough to be here on its own merits. But
I'd say there's one Kuso part, and it was the ladder section. Because
oh my gosh, I loved watching that. That was amazing.
The amount of times I fell down at the last section because there's one bird that's on ground level. Like, it would have been... The entire section would have been acceptable and, like, okay if the birds did not push the ladder. If they just dealt damage, it would have been fine.
Yeah. And then when you got to the end too, I'd watched like a third time that you got to the end. You put the ladder down at the horrible timing, and I was like,
immediately realized, like, wait, no, I've done this before.
Yeah, that happens.
I like, honestly, when vetting this, Phil had a very good statement about this game, is that it will probably come across how frustratingly close this game comes to being a good game.
It's so close.
It's so close to being an amazing game, and it's just, it falls flat at all the wrong spots, and anytime you think it's about to get better, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
I was impressed with the fetch quest sort of mechanic, because that was interesting that it switched from just like linear platformer to, hey, go to these 4 areas over and over again. Honestly, which is in itself a problem.
It has a lot of different styles, a lot of different gameplay mechanics. It's, yeah, for that time period, it's pretty impressive.
There was the Tubin section.
Well, it was made by the makers of Tubin.
Oh, that's a plot twist.
I know, right? And Little Nicky.
And Mathman, I need to point out, because the players didn't know about this, if you wake up and quit, just because I can see your screen, if you wake up and quit and go to the main menu and check the art gallery, you can make pick collages and print them out with the Game Boy printer.
Yeah.
If only I had one.
I know, right?
Well, maybe
it's
one
amazing.
day. You can take screenshots, though. That works.
So
yes, the future.
So remember, folks, if you're ever worried about applying for Ku5ogrande next year and you think, I don't know if I have games that are bad enough for Ku5ogrande, remember, I submitted good games because I have no idea what I'm doing over here. So you'll be fine.
Well, Kuso doesn't necessarily mean just bad. A lot of the times weird or unusual. I'd say the music was a little Kuso, but most of this game doesn't fit that category. Blasphemous roar. Ah!
No, I mean, like, it really just, it's such a mediocre game in such a beautiful package. Like, it's incredible what they did with the Game Boy Color. It's just, if any of the game developers had any sense of what an actual good game looked like, this might have been a must-play on the system.
I will say that Joey Gatorman definitely shot himself in the foot due to not having B mapped where he thought it was, and thus did not run for about 45 minutes of the game.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah. Not the first time that's happened, and it's not going to be the last.
What? I think I hold my tongue. I thought I held my tongue. Oh no!
What did you do to your tongue?
Not say swearing. I specifically, I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, I guess I wasn't listening.
I thought I held it, but then I see the swearing come up, and I don't know if that was to somebody in chat or if it was to me. I don't know.
Shame on you.
I'm just gonna blame on you. No, it wasn't me. It was Paul. Well, I'm gonna blame myself anyway.
We're just gonna blame you.
So
Okay.
you're gonna blame me.
Mathman, what are you streaming these days? Or if you're not streaming, what are you playing? What's going on over there?
Don't stream, but I've become addicted to Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, I've got that. I need to play it more.
It is really good.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't like interacting with people.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't like interacting with people. It's just he calls GMs and people in to talk to them all the time.
Yeah, people are dumb. No, seriously, maybe if you are playing that helps me to know that there's somebody who I could potentially play with. Okay, good to know, good to know.
The community is, like, incredibly chill. So,
yeah,
like, there's no competitive, like, you gotta be good at game.
Yeah, it's better than Sea of Thieves. Last night I was trying that for the first time, and the people who came and joined me just went and put the ship on fire. They caught it on fire. Oh, no. I'm like, well, this isn't gonna work. How am I gonna be a pirate now?
They were just practicing for other ships.
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, I think it was on purpose. It's hard to say. One of them also had a broken microphone. It's blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you so much, Mathman. Blasphemous Roar, thank you as well. Have a great day, and I'll catch both of you later.
Right on.
All right. I'll be in chat.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Well, everybody, this is Ku5ogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I'm going to run a quick ad. If you do want to support the stream, feel free to drop a sub or some bits if you want. If you... What was I going to say? You can just tell people about Kuso. You can be like, you can enter their DMs and be like, psst, I've got some Kuso here for you. And they'll love you, okay? They'll fall in love with you. Okay, be back in 1 minute. Thank you so much. See ya. This music is too stressful.